Hi everyone and welcome to KRYPTALK, that Irish guy that talks about Bitcoin. So it's been a long time since I've made an episode. I've been extremely busy, but in the meantime I have hooked myself up with a brand new Mac and a brand new studio, so the content should be of higher quality and a bit more regular. Let's get started. This is episode number 46, and the title of this episode is When's the Best Time to Buy Bitcoin? If this is your first time to the channel, consider leaving a like and subscribe. We're on 323 subscribers and we're on the journey to 1,000 subscribers. So before we get into the main topic, quick look at the charts. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on the charts because, to be honest, there's not that much happening. Let's get the basics out of the way. This is the Kraken daily chart and Bitcoin is trading at 43,176. Just a quick recap, the all-time high is $64,900. It dropped down to $29,000 after the Elon Musk tweet and the China FUD, when China basically banned Bitcoin mining as well as transactions. Transactions had already been Transactions had already been banned, but China was one of the kind of hotspots of Bitcoin mining, and over the summer the government has basically cracked down, and now that is no more. So since then, basically midsummer, Bitcoin has climbed steadily, had a bit of a rejection up here around after breaking 50,000 again, and we're down around 43,000. Now this yellow perforated line, that is the $42,138 level. That's a previous all-time high, and it did act like support for a long time there before the Elon Musk FUD and the China FUD and the big massive crash. Okay, so in terms of the Fibonacci's, remember I draw my Fibonacci levels from the start of this rally after the March 2020 crash up to the all-time high of 64,900. And the fib level now we're kind of getting support on is the 0.618. So $42,000 is significant. The $46,000 or $41,500 levels where the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement kind of sits. But the problem is we're currently getting rejected off this. Is this the 50-day or the 200? I think this is the 200 daily moving average. Yeah, the 200 daily moving average, this red line here. We're getting rejected off that. Typically when we're above that, we're in a rally, and below we're in kind of a bear market or something like that, or even a temporary bear market or downwards trend. That's pretty much it for the charts. Just going to take a few seconds to talk about my dollar cost averaging experiment or project. Basically, dollar cost averaging is the safest way to invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and regular stocks and whatever. Now, there's no such thing as a completely risk-free investment, but this way you manage and limit your potential risk by just only investing what you can afford to lose. So basically, you'd invest either €10 every week, or maybe $20 every fortnight, or maybe, I don't know, £100 every month, or whatever suits you and whatever you can afford to lose, and it builds up over time. Obviously, if the Bitcoin value increases, your investment increases, and vice versa. So I do this every single episode, every single main episode. I don't count the YouTube shorts and stuff. So I've done this 32 times. My total investment, the last 32 episodes, I bought €10 worth of Bitcoin every single episode. Okay, so that's €320 invested. So the current value of that is €596.73. That translates as a profit of €276.73, which is about 86.5% return. Obviously, this is not my cryptocurrency portfolio. This is just something I do to show people how easy it is to dollar cost average. It's not too late. On with the episode. So there's this Chinese proverb that says the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the next best time or the second best time is today. Obviously, it's a little flawed, because if you want to argue and you're thinking logically, the second best time to plant a tree would be about 19 years and 364 days ago. But the same thing applies with, say, exercise. The best time to start is today, and not next week, next month, and so ever. And Bitcoin's a bit like that. The best time to buy Bitcoin technically was 10 years ago when it was worth pittance, but the second best time, if you want to apply it, is kind of today. So it's never too late to start dollar cost averaging, like I just showed in the previous segment about my dollar cost averaging project. Now, if you clicked on the thumbnail, it isn't clickbait. You want something a bit more tangible than that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the last 10 years very, very quickly and just pick out the best months or the best quarters to buy Bitcoin. Basically, when Bitcoin was cheap relative to the rest of the year. Let's get started. All right. What we have here is the Coinbase monthly chart. So all of them, just using Coinbase because everyone knows Coinbase, whether you're an OG or whether you're brand new to the space. It's just easy and relatable. So this is the Bitcoin to US dollar chart. These are monthly candles. So all of these candles represent 1 month of trading. Obviously the red candles are the bearish candles where the price started off the month on one price and then finished lower. And the greens are where the bullish candles where the price started off lower and went higher. Fine. Now, even if you're a kind of a seasoned veteran, it's worth paying attention to this. This is very, very simple data. So I'm going back as far as January 2015. Now, of course, I'm not going to go back through the 10 years. I think the last 5 years is fine because it's a bit more relevant. So if you look at this, there's a massive buying opportunity there. If you're judging by the bottom of the wick here, what was the price? The price was, $108. Those days are long gone. But if you just fast forward 1 year, go to like the next January, which would be here. Okay, you have another red candle. So there's a start of another pattern. We've got 2 Januaries separated by 12 months and you have 2 good buying opportunities, relative to what's to come. So here you have $108 and that's the lowest point of that calendar year. So we're going to take a look at 2016 now. So 2016, again, starts off with a bearish month. At the lowest point there, it was just around $350. Another good buying opportunities. And lo and behold, skip forward 12 months. That was the lowest point. So 2 Januaries, 2015, 2016, where they're both bearish candles, and it was the lowest point in the month that the lowest closes. So great buying opportunities, not just relevant to today, but even relative to that 12-month period. So we're going to look at 2017. Remember, 2017 was a bit of a game changer because it was with a massive bull run. So obviously it's going to be a very good buying opportunity. There we have 2017. This candle here just looks like a cross. $670. Again, it would be great to pick up a few Bitcoin at $670. And there's, obviously this is the best buying opportunity of 2017 because it was one of those monster bull runs and it ended up being $20,000. Right, so take another look and see 2018. 2018 might be a bit different, but we'll have a look anyway. So here we have the crash here. So down from 20,000 January. It wasn't the lowest point that Bitcoin reached that year. Bitcoin went into a year-long bear market essentially and dropped down to I think it was $1,500 or something. But at that point there, $9,000. I mean, today Bitcoin is trading at $43,325, $9,000. There are people sitting on the sidelines that would be delighted, only too happy to get Bitcoin at $9,000. So there's 3 Januaries in a row. That was 2015, 16, 17, 18, 4 in a row where you have a good buying opportunity. This one's a little different because it did dip lower, but let's just go and fast forward 12 months to January 2019. And again, look, that was pretty much the bottom of the bear market. So there's a trend happening here. The best time for the last 5 years, what it looks like to buy Bitcoin would have been January. All great buying opportunities. That was basically the bottom of the 2018 bear market because it kind of bottomed out there and in December 2018. So January is still a good time to buy. December was slightly lower, but again, would you split hairs? It's $3,357. That's another bargain considered to where it went. So now it gets a bit interesting. So if we go to 2020, we had a run there in June 2019 up to about $13,000, and then it kind of dropped down again over the last 2 quarters of the year. And there we have the first candle we're looking at here where it's actually bullish candles. That's January 2020. Still a very good buying opportunity. Still $6,500. Okay, and remember, you don't have to buy a full coin. You can buy parts. That's a lot of people don't understand that. People say, "Oh yeah, that's well and good. Like, who has $43,000?" Yeah, most normal people don't have $43,000. I don't have $43,000 hanging around, or it's your euro equivalent. That's why I dollar cost average. And over time, it's not about getting rich quick. It's about risk-free investment. If the gains outweigh the risk, if you think the potential to the upside outweigh the risk, then go for it. But again, this is do your own research, not financial advice. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's pretty much a meme right now, but it's just solid advice. That's the only advice I would give you. Do your own research. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. And that's pretty much the size of it. So if you have a look then, January 2020, another good buying opportunity. This was an anomaly because of what's going on in the world. I'd imagine if it wasn't for what's going on in the world, I'm not going to say it, you all know what it is. We're all sick of hearing about it. This more than likely wouldn't have happened. This flash crash. Remember, everything crashed. Crypto got obliterated. The price of oil went negative. So the contracts that were actually out there, the futures contract, people were basically had to pay like $90 or something per barrel to take the oil away. It was the opposite. Instead of like buying the oil, they were giving oil away pretty much. Gold dropped. Well, everything dropped. Everything crashed. All the big stocks crashed as well. So you're looking at, right, let's fast forward. This one is a bit different. This is the only January, I think, where, well, the second one was considerably higher. So look, if you look at January here, what's that? $27,000. Now, here's the thing. Will we, next January, as in January 2022, will this trend continue here? Okay. Is this going to be like 2019 and or 2018 and it's just going to go up and down and up and down and all the way down and bleed out until January? If it is, January is when I'm going to be buying. Now, it might not happen, and this might continue to the upside, and we could be looking at, that $88,000 Bitcoin, which is my prediction before 2024. But there's $100,000 predictions, there's $328,000 predictions, the stock and flow model and all that. So the overall end of this is that Januaries tend to be very, very good buying opportunities, or late Q4 of the year or Q1. That's pretty much it. Got any sort of value? Make sure you like and subscribe. Finish up with some news. As you can see here, I've just Googled Bitcoin news, and here you have China news, and China news. Just to summarize, this is not news. Just giving you a brief summary. China was basically the hotspot for Bitcoin mining. The vast majority of Bitcoin mining was done in China because of cheap electricity, essentially. The transactions were actually illegal though, so you could mine it. Mine it was legal, but transacting with it using its currency was illegal until this summer, where the Chinese government cracked down on Bitcoin mining, and now it's illegal. So the Bitcoin miners had to shut down their operations and find other kind of crypto-friendly countries to ship all their mining devices and stuff like that too. So this isn't news. I'm not sure what this is resurfacing again. I think the Chinese government maybe were a bit vocal about it during the week or something like that. This is basically not news. Okay, this is old news from the summer. Now, this this is near. It's basically not positive or negative. The only good thing is that if you're dollar cost averaging, or you're thinking about getting into the space and investing, every time this kind of the media drums up this, China FUD, the price tends to drop down, so you get a bit more value. That €10 or that $20 at £100 buys you more Bitcoin because of an inevitable dip. And look at this article as well. Like, this isn't like, that's the only positive I can see. This article here is like hopium. China banning Bitcoin. So from Yahoo Finance, China banning Bitcoin transactions, great news for Bitcoin, investment firm CEO says. Now I scanned down through this article to find out like what is the big opportunity, because the only opportunity I can see here is maybe like I said about the dips or your dollar cost averaging going further, or when this FUD comes out the price goes down and you have a temporary deal or kind of a fire sale. So you have here China's authoritarian crackdown on crypto, including Bitcoin, is a big opportunity for the US, Senator Toomey wrote. So this senator was talking about, another CEO was talking about as well. But they don't really go into any real detail. The only thing they do say is with much of US environment surrounding cryptocurrencies undefined, the potential for growing crypto business and technology domestically has excited Bitcoin supporters. So there's nothing really in this article. So my point is that this is neither good news or bad news. This is just old news. It's been rehashed. So the only thing you can do really is buy the dip. Okay, folks, that's the end of this episode. So if you got any value or you learned anything new, go ahead and click on that like and subscribe button. Like I mentioned at the start of the episode, we're on 323 subscribers and the journey to 1,000 subs has definitely started. The content will be a bit more regular in future. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. And that's pretty much it. Sláinte. Bye.